This current court system, it's called a just us system because it's been ring fenced for a selective group of bar members, which are nothing more than shit merchants when you actually learn what their history is. And you should also know you drew on another powerful thing there. Many Americans don't know that the bar was banned. Any attorneys were barred from holding any public office.
Yeah,
and yet your Congress.
Yeah, in the United States, they were initially barred. Attorneys were barred from public office. Am I not right about that?
Correct. Absolutely correct. So then people say, well, wait a second, Chris and Scott. Well, why do we have the Congress full? It's like 90% or so, 95% of them are lawyers in the Congress and the House. All the judiciary, there's all these lawyers that are involved at the local, state, and federal level. How are they getting away with this? Well, that's because people don't understand that the United States is not the same as the United States of America. See, what we have is we have all these government buildings that all the people have paid for, same up here in Canada, and they're not being run and accessed properly by we the people. What we have are service corporations like McDonald's masquerading as the government of Canada, or McDonald's masquerading as the government of the United States. See, people have a little difficult time understanding that, but that's what's going on. We don't have, remember, a corporation, when something's incorporated, immediately it gets dragged out to the jurisdiction of the sea, water. Right. That's why all the things that you go on with all these corporations, you're being dragged into legal proceedings. They've got these crown attorneys that bring you in. Right. And they're holding you accountable. Why? Well, this entity that was created when we were born, to make it real simple, is a franchise. Right. They've taken your identity, your name, and they've created a franchise basically in your name. And then that's what they use from a business model for anyone that's in business for themselves. If you have to go and get funding from a bank and you have to apply for a loan, you have to be able to show where your revenue is going to come to support the debt. Right, as you're moving forward. So what all these governments that were created, which are all service corporations created by the Pope, the Queen, and the central banks, this is what people don't understand. They own them all in every country. These corporate entities, they basically look at you as a franchise. So when they bring you into that court, that franchise, remember what I told you, in a corporate world is bound to rules, codes, operations. And if you step out of that as a franchise, say for McDonald's, and you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, well, they're going to bring you into court, that franchise, and they're going to hold you liable. They're going to say you broke this section, this section, this section, da-da-da-da-da-da. Absolutely. This is the shtick that's going on. When you realize when you access that public courthouse in the capacity of a man or a woman, these people at the courthouses, remember, they're acting. So all of them have duties and obligations. And you just simply say to them, who's the man or woman in this courthouse? First you say, is this a public courthouse or private courthouse? And they're all going to say, oh, this is a public courthouse. That's right. Which means we, the people, have the right to access it. And no man or woman can block our right to seek the administration of justice. And yet we see all these people wearing the black robes doing just that. We see all these people that are acting as bar members, be it crown attorneys or being in the private world, doing just that. Attacking the people out in the public on the land and dragging them into the court, and through this massive corruption, this massive constructive fraud, because that's what ultimately has occurred when we were born. They've stolen your name. They've represented it to you as if this is who you are. And then what did you do, Scott, when you've gone and bought a motorbike? You've gone and bought a home or a car or land. What identification did you use?
Yeah, always the driver's license.
That's right. You used the government ID that was created. And that's why nobody owns anything in this world, because we put on title the wrong entity. And that's why you go look at your driver's license, go look at your mortgage, go look at your bank account, right? To show you the power of this, that the central bank